Got an appointment set earlier here for our Minnesota client with a property management company. They've got about 76,000 square feet of roofing. They do have some active leaks going on, but they also need some quotes for some bigger projects coming up in 2027. And then got another one set for our client in Pennsylvania. It's for a mall. It's got about 700,000 square feet of roofing. So it should be a good one as well, some active leaks. So it should be some good appointments.
Great appointment today for my Canadian client on Edmonton. It was one I've been hunting down for quite a while now. So they are a construction development company. They operate out of, I guess, 3 different parts of Canada. We happen to have locations where they have locations. I spoke to the senior VP. Not actively evaluating, but after name dropping a couple of organizations we're supporting in his industry. He hasn't evaluated in quite a while. Just wants to see what we have in comparison with his current company in terms of pricing, capabilities, and overall customer service. So it should be a great conversation.
Got an appointment booked for the first week of March for my IT client up in Ohio. Only 15 users. We're excited to get it on the books. Someone in the healthcare space. They're really excited for the cybersecurity risk assessment. So it feels awesome to hook them up with that, give them peace of mind. And yeah, looking forward to it. Excited to get one on the books.
I got an appointment for my janitorial client in Texas today. It's with an independent school district, and they have a couple buildings. They're always open to seeing other options and what we can do for them, so we're going to go meet with them in a couple weeks.
Set a good one with my IT client in Illinois for a parent company of many RV and motorcycle dealerships
and you can
in
go ahead and
Illinois
reference
with the director of IT, roughly 400 users across 10 to 12 locations, so it should be a good one.
Had a great partner meeting with a client who's now being moved to our team. So it was a great introductory, kind of going over our past success, meeting his new rep, and how we're going to handle the sales pipeline moving forward. So overall, great conversation. I know that a couple of the guys here have got some great meetings scheduled this morning. I guess first being Brendan.
I got an appointment for my client in Grand Rapids. It's an 80-user nonprofit. They're not happy with their IT company currently, so it's going to be a really good conversation.
Got a warm lead that I'm following up on. Should be a good appointment, but nothing on the board yet. Calling my shot for Americom.
I got an appointment today for my client out in Albuquerque. He wants us to pursue a strategic partnership with local MPSs, which are printing services. So I got another appointment actually scheduled tomorrow with their business growth director to talk a little bit about what we're looking for as far as a partnership goes, and if they can hopefully funnel leads back and forth.
I had a good partner meeting here, and then getting ready to call my shot for Adiverse out in Atlanta.
And I got one just a few minutes ago for my IT client in Minnesota. It's with a healthcare nonprofit organization. It's with the IT manager. They have everything internally right now, about 60 users. He's really busy all the time, so we're going to see how we can make him less busy. That's set up for next Tuesday.
I have a handful of leads I called this morning that I will probably be trying to email later on, maybe see if it's something where it'd be worth giving a second call today. Just they're good conversations, people that are looking to still have, I guess, budget talks. So looking at that, and then I did get a review yesterday, so was able to check that out. Really good review, really proud of it, so exciting.
Made some good dials today. Had an appointment yesterday, feeling really good about that. She already accepted the meeting, and so we're just kind of piling them on now. So just working through warm leads, and then I'm expecting one to go down in Las Vegas again today.
I am calling my shot. I'm going to get 3 in Oregon today.
My aunt gave it to me, I'm proud of it.
Been cranking out some calls and emails for our county client up in Chicago. Otherwise, I've just kind of shifted on to working with our roofer out in Oklahoma. We've got a warm lead for a roofer out in Sacramento that I should be able to book an appointment for this afternoon. So just dialing away and feeling good.
Doing pretty good. Got an appointment for my roofer in Louisville. It's an apartment complex. Pretty excited about it. I'm talking to a lot of people, but just not right timing. So calling my shot for elevation this afternoon.
Got a couple good warm leads that I should be hearing back from in the afternoon. Nothing on the board right now, but we've got high hopes for at least 2 in the AM.
I got my first appointment for my MSP in Florida. It's a pretty good one with a manufacturer. They have a company, but they're looking to switch and hopefully save some money. So hopefully it goes well.
The morning went well. I actually had a really good warm lead, so the guy should be calling me back in the afternoon, as well as I was able to get one for my Chicago roofer. So nice little email appointment, and I'm gonna call my shop for an Atlas appointment as well in the afternoon. So, pretty good morning.
Everyone in the pod here has one besides myself, so I gotta complete the pod wipe, but just got an email. Looks like I could have an email after here later this afternoon for my client in New Hampshire, so call my shot there, but also for my client in New Jersey. But yeah, I think we can start off with, who had our first one? Marge? Start off with Marge.
I got an appointment for my St. Louis roofer this morning, and it was an appointment, and I'm gonna get another one in Dayton, Ohio this afternoon.
Literally just got one for my IT client in Charleston. It's 315 to 320 users, 4 locations, and he told me like 4 or 5 projects that they're working on, so super excited for my client to have that one.
I got one as well this morning for my HVAC guy in Indianapolis. It's 11,000 square foot, wants us to come out and get them a quote on preventative maintenance for their units.
Going through and cleaning up some pipeline stuff for my guys so that they can hit the phones and get some appointments. I think we're sitting a little dry this morning except for Aaron. So Aaron's got the best news of the day.
So I got 2 appointments this morning. I got one for my client in Ocala, down in Florida. Should be a pretty good one for us. It was about 50 users. And then I set it for next week. And then I got another one for my client in Nashville. Same thing, about 50 to 60 users. Set that one for next week as well.
Calling my shot in San Diego. Hoping to have some in Chicago this afternoon.
I'm gonna call my shot today for Network Remedy out in San Francisco. I got an Integratech towards the end of the day yesterday. It was from an email. It's with a big church, like 5 locations. We're meeting with the director of operations and their internal guy. They have an existing company, but they're not local. So should be a good opportunity there.
Spoke with the maintenance supervisor at this manufacturing facility. They have some kind of HVAC work they want to do next week, so they want us to come out for this specific project, basically helping to mount it and getting some things prepared for that. So it's set for this Friday and should be a good opportunity.
I'm going to call my shot for my medical client, get them on the board. I'll call my shot for our new IT, nailed IT in San Jose.
One appointment, what was it, Miami, HVAC, hotel, 515,000 square foot. They have a current PM contract in place, but they're exploring options for 2026 for preventative maintenance. Pretty large building, so it should be a large contract as well. So we're headed out there next Tuesday to provide them a quote.
I'll call my shot for my IT clients.
Okay, morning for the pod. Ty got us rolling again. He's having another strong week. Ty, you want to talk about yours?
I got the appointment today for my roofer in Texarkana. It's a pretty good introductory meeting. We were going to be out in the area tomorrow for another appointment. Swinging by to meet up with a property manager that oversees 2 of the bigger apartment complexes out in town. So it should be a pretty good meeting. Become a vendor with them, hopefully be able to vendor. Should be pretty good.
I got one for our IT client up in Canada, Calgary specifically. It's 100 users. They're looking at active projects. He's with an IT director, but she was recently out on maternity leave, and that helped me uncover that they do use an MSP for a lot of additional support. So we're meeting next week. Should be a pretty good meeting.
So I set an appointment with a roofing client out in Austin. I'm meeting with the property manager, about 90,000 square feet of roofing. So no projects here on the horizon, but she does want a contractor to be able to use as like the go-to contractor. So it should be a really good meeting. Going to do a walkthrough, inspect the roof as well. So it's going to be a really good appointment.
Morning is humming. Nick, did I see a couple from you?
Yeah, I got an MSP in Marietta. Can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. That's what I see from. They're based in Atlanta. He was familiar with us, but I'm not sure how, because I don't know if we just sent him an emails. We haven't met with him before. We scheduled a meeting that got pushed off in September for whatever reason. Just emailed Cam McElhaney. Remember him? Emailed him back after he said it like 15 minutes later saying, hey, I need to push this off the calendar. We haven't set anything up since then, but said he was familiar with us, was non-committal as far as moving forward. He's like, I know what you guys do, but I haven't met with you guys, so we can set something up on the calendar. Not available this week. Like, all right, well, looking at next week anyway, because my calendar this week is absolutely full. So we set it up for Thursday, 2 o'clock Eastern time. He accepted it on the call. I sent him due diligence. I said, hey man, you said you're non-committal. Watch this self-guided sales video. watch that. If you have any questions, great, that's what the meeting is for. But if you just feel like it's not for you, just let me know. Send me an email, give me a call back. We can cancel the meeting, no harm, no foul. Not here to waste your time.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Cool. Good deal. Well, the rest of you, how's morning going?
Mark, you got quite a bit in Portland HVAC. There's one that comes to mind as a big company. I think he said he's in the Tri-City area, but he has 2 markets. They're looking to expand into that one there particularly. I think they're doing like 10 million in revenue. So that one's set up. That's a pretty big one. But I have, I think, 4 or 5 HVAC that are coming up sometime this week. So.
It's a company that has 100 million in revenue.
Yeah.
Got pushed down to the chief growth officer, and it looks like he already accepted it. So.
Charleston should be a good one, and then over in Fort Wayne.
Fort Wayne?
Well, I got some good ones. Friday as well. One should be a really good one.
I'm working on Minneapolis HVAC right now.
Let's put the focus on HVAC as opposed to like janitorial too. So.
I told Connor last week that one of the big priorities for me this month is just getting all my HVAC pipelines cleansed, and so I know who I'm calling and where and have accurate information, so I'm not doing like cleansing like research while I'm down. And I just gave a couple markets last week, and I appreciate you getting to them.
Got one yesterday in Albuquerque for the CRM platform. The guy, he's using a bunch of different tools, website. Like 2 or 3 of his tools have a CRM on it. He's like, they're garbage. I'd like to have a tool just with, you know, a bunch of things all in one spot. So that's kind of what we do. So I set that up for later next week, maybe this week. So that's a good one. But yeah, doing pretty good for the CRM platform, getting a bunch of meetings.
I know I was gone for a few days, so this is like my 3rd business day back, where we got to try to harp on some stuff, get some deals in. I had a roofer that I pitched last week, or maybe the week before, who emailed me last week, asked me to get in touch with them. I've got another one that was a roofer up in Jersey that I'm also talking to that are probably at the top of my list. Both around the same area, but different markets. Got a ton of meetings on here today. I know we booked some meetings a little bit far ways out, so just make it a priority to follow up with any appointments that you have. Get them to accept it if it's not already accepted. And I know I saw Aaron message it a couple times last week, but can't stress enough. We have to stay on the call, make sure guys receive the invite, make sure it's accepted. You gotta get showed acceptance. You know, we haven't been over 50%. We've come real close, and you know we're doing great. You know, 15, 20 new partners every month is awesome, but we gotta get that show rate up so we don't have to set up as many appointments to hit our goals. Yeah, that's really the main thing I got. But
I got out a post about episode 61 for our podcast. I got out a post about a deal that Mason and his client closed, as well as Tyler. And then I'll be making a post about National Guitar Day. That'll be going out tomorrow. And then I also helped Brock with his CRM appointment, just kind of how to fill it out in the new CRM, and then we went over that. And then I'll also be posting manually on my client's Twitter account since we only discontinued posting for Twitter. So I've been doing that, and then I got all my Arsenal calls graded, and then this afternoon I'll be grading partner. And that's about it, besides the 10 out of 10s, of course.
Been updating our IT client site out of Chicago, and then had a meeting this morning with our new IT client out of, I think it's Edmonton, somewhere in Canada. Alberta, thanks. To get things going on their website.
Been working with Matt, getting some new stuff created for the career fair that will be Logan and I are going to tomorrow at Maryville, so still working on some of that. Got another candidate getting ready to stop by Thursday with another one Friday. 2 new hires starting Monday that I'm still sending out stuff for.
Sourcing a lot, sending a lot of inbox messages. Had a call with an internal candidate earlier, had a call with a licensed plumber earlier for Ellis. It's the only outside position that's currently open, so we're looking to get that filled.
Working on the email marketing and the journey part of it. I was working with Briggs yesterday to get the email actually triggered. He'll fill you in on that. But now just working on when you save the journey, having it check to see if you want it ran now or not kind of thing, and then you go check those contacts. So we'll have that done today.
Just working on the email events endpoint to track opens, clicks, replies, stuff like that. Just testing it currently, but it's going pretty good.
I'm working on doing some research for a list that is coming up a little small, so I'm just doing some extra research on that, and then I am looking to upload some lists that clients have sent back, and then just working on some bonuses for payroll.
Some payroll calendar updates, invites, and reminders for our upcoming year every month. And the fun National Guitar Day, that's been fun. And working on getting a lower price on our mosquito and tick control for the season.
Just got a interesting appointment for my Oregon client.
Yeah,
so
that sucks. I'm
called
not
for
sure what the
roof inspection,
plug-in
the
is.
usual, and they kind of said it's a newer roof, not really necessary, but they are gathering bids for an external construction itself, or a shelter to put their inventory in. And so being a well-rounded contractor, my client is capable of doing that kind of thing, so we're going to go out anyway and give them a bid for that. Totally off cuff, something different, but excited to see what comes of that. It might even be better than a re-roof type deal anyway, so stand by.
Yep. Got one for roofer out in Connecticut. It's with a pretty big college.
Gotcha.
Amazing opportunity. The guy was super receptive to everything I asked, and then gave me a full rundown of about 7 different services that they're looking for, including painting, which my client actually just took a recent course and got certified for different levels of painting for different types of facilities, and it was actually for another college. Carpet work, different remodeling for a handful of their units. Then they also have a 100-plus-year-old campus, so they're looking at replacing around 5 different facilities around there. It's TPO, slate, EPDM, and built up. So a lot of great opportunities there, and super excited to see my client be able to meet with them.
I just got one today from my roofer in Texas. We're going to be going back out to a spot we had already been to. This time it's the next door location. The one we already went out to found a ton of hail damage, so we're going out to check out their neighbor as well. We're going to be getting them out a proposal, work with insurance, get their roof all fixed up. Should be pretty good.